Hey everyone, I'm Ari Ray, and welcome back to more Minecraft in the world of Hyrum. This episode, I've been a busy bee. I started it off by doing a lot of material collecting. Well, not that much. A few shulker boxes worth of material collecting because I want to get some builds done in this particular episode. I want to expand upon our nuclear creeper farm that's right behind me that we built last episode. As you can see, I've already placed a lot of that dirt that we went and grabbed. You should have seen some of that in the very beginning, but I placed a bit more, had to do another trip and place a bit more, and now I'm letting some grass spread across it. I don't think it's all going to stay dirt, but we'll figure that out when we cross that bridge. I'm not 100% sure exactly everything that's going to be built over here, but I would like to start working on progress towards a sugarcane farm to go along with our creeper farm right behind me because, you know, creepers, farms, and sugarcane equal rockets, and that's what we really need to work on. But I did say at the end of last episode that I was going to go in busting off camera, and that's exactly what I did. So if you guys want to take a peek at my loot here, boom. Look at all these elytra, you guys. So many extra pairs of elytra. Honestly, towards the end, I just went to chunk base and started going just straight for elytra ships. And then I was only raiding the ships because I was getting a little sick of being in the end and flying around. It was starting to bore me a bit. So I wanted to have backup elytra, and I have a ton of backup elytra. I don't think we need to worry about going to find elytra anytime soon. So I think we should be good unless I lose this box or blow it up. I also get a bunch of shulker shells. I obviously have made some shulker boxes since I've gotten some of these. So I had a bit more, but there's 52 left. But had to make some shulker boxes to hold on to some of that materials that we spent some time gathering off camera there. So yeah, I didn't raid that many things except for the ships. I was even too lazy to grab the dragon heads. If you can tell, I got two. I managed to convince myself to take 2 dragon heads, and then I was done with that. So I was like, yeah, the dragon heads are staying too. So there's tons of shulkers out there somewhere, and plenty of end cities where there's no more elytra, but the shulkers are everywhere because I just got sick of killing shulkers. It was kind of, you know, getting old after doing it 2 or 3 times. So I like moved on. But we got a bunch of shulker boxes. Hopefully these will last me for a while. I don't foresee that I'll be using this many shulker boxes anytime soon, but that's just me saying that right now. I could be wrong. I don't know because I haven't gotten there. What's going on with my inventory? I got a bunch of random crap in my inventory and I have no idea what that's about. But this episode, let's take a look at our book here. I wanted to review our end loot, which we've done. You guys saw the haul that we got from there. Fix the armor. I did that off camera right before this. So if we take a peek now, you guys, my armor is set. I've got protection 4 on each of the pieces. I even have a protection 4 chest plate somewhere. Oh, this does have protection 4. I even have a protection 4 chest plate somewhere. Obviously, the pants are not done because we don't have swift sneak on them. And my thinking cap is good. My boots are, I think these are pretty good, actually. I should have named them when I redid the boots, but that's fine. I can rename them at another time. But we obviously don't have swift sneak on our pants because I have not been to an ancient city yet. But I even have a protection 4 mending unbreaking 3 chest plates, so we're good with armor now, so that's good. We've got our armor situation sorted out, at least for now, 1 set of it at least. I'm gonna work on some extra sets, and the tools are still not complete yet. We still need to get a good sword and stuff like that. Got the pickaxes. Basically, we still got some work to do on that front, but I'll do all that off camera. It's boring. It's mostly me trading with villagers and then trying to get emeralds and XP and doing a bunch of enchanting. Sugarcane farm is what we're going to be working on right now. We gathered some materials, but I also want to do an unnecessary decoration build. And I say that because there's a part of the build that I'm interested in starting to look at that is completely unnecessary. It does nothing. It's not a part of any farm. It's not even decorating a farm. I just wanted to add something to the build here. And I think that's where we're going to start off now that we've got our platform built. I needed a platform in order to start this build. Now that we've got one, our dirt platform here, I think it's time to get this build started. So let's get going with our very first unnecessary decorative build here in the world of Hyrum. Hey, Editing Mari here. So when I went back to put this time lapse together, it turns out that the first part of this, the very beginning of it, actually ended up glitching out. I think I closed Minecraft too fast and the replay mod sort of like corrupted the footage. So I'm missing the very, very beginning of this build, but I do have the rest. Hopefully you still enjoy it. Sorry about that. And there we go. There it is. A creature from the deep that has arisen from the depths of the ocean to get beached by our nuclear creeper farm and die. What do you guys think? It's my first attempt at trying a, like, I guess, organic looking thing. I don't know. I kind of freehanded this in creative and I used Lightmatica to build it here. I don't know. Does it look weird? Does it look odd, you guys? Seriously, it's like my first try at something like this. So I'm sure I'll look at it in a few days and absolutely hate it. But for now, I don't hate it just yet. But I don't know. I feel like the proportions are somewhat kind of off. Like, what do you guys think? Be honest with me. Seriously. I'm trying to get better at building. And I don't really know what about it is off, but something about it is off. I mean, I don't know what it is though, so I would love opinions on this. But yes, as I kind of was saying, this creature here, the thing is, or the story is, that this creature, there are creatures in this world, in the world of Hyrum, that kind of come from portals, unexplained portals, and these creatures wreak havoc on the land. They wreak havoc on the cities and on the structures and things, and they are normally seeking different energy sources and different resources of this world, but you know, the people of Hyrum learn to fight back, and sometimes they manage to take one down, and this was one of the unlucky few, a sea creature that came from one of the opened portals and was coming for the nuclear supply inside of the, you know, nuclear creeper farm, and got beached here, and it got hurt, and it ended up dying here right by it. But its bones are so massive, you know, it really couldn't be moved too much, and they were afraid that they could damage the silo here and cause some problems. So its bones have been left here to decay. Right by the silo where it died after it leapt from the water. That's the story, at least. I don't know if it comes across with what I've built here, but that's the story that I was trying to get at. But now that this is built, I kind of want to expand on this area just a bit more, because I want to make a sugarcane farm to go right along with our creeper farm, which I have this little doorway here. This is not going to be the permanent way we get to the creeper farm, but right now this was just the easiest thing to do, was to just, you know, make a little entryway down here. Holy moly. Oh my gosh. Look at that freaking gunpowder production. Wowee. This is a pretty nice farm. Not gonna lie. Really nice farm. Yeah, I highly recommend that tutorial. If you didn't watch the last episode, I linked it there. That's a creeper farm by Shulkercraft. It is producing very well for me, especially this being a solo world. I doubt I'll ever use that much gunpowder unless I need to do like a lot of TNT or something. But seriously, wowee. I'm going to have rockets for days. But we can't have rockets for days without sugarcane. We need some sugarcane, guys. So I've collected a couple things off camera. I only have 50 observers and 50 pistons right now. I think I can make more with the supplies that I have, but I didn't want to just yet. I want to see what 50 gets me. I'm going to probably try to use them all, and we're going to try to make a sugarcane farm. So I got some hoppers here. I probably won't need 12, but this is just going to become my redstone box eventually. These are just leftover supplies, which I mean, we may or may not use, but my thought is that we would put the sugarcane farm down below, right here where the entrance to this creeper farm is, like down here. So it'll be underground, and then maybe we'll have it like pushed upwards through like a water stream back up here, and then have it stored somewhere up here, like in a building that we build up here, and then we'll store the actual materials up here. But you know, it'll be like the farm itself is underground, because I'm likely gonna close up these like gaps in the ground that you see, like over here, like this down here. All this, the plan is to eventually probably cover this up so you don't see this down here, you know, like all of this water below. Well, it will be water, but just not this part. It won't be just like a flat area. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Look at the creepers dying over there. Look at them dying. That farm is working away. Anyways, I'm going to go grab some sugarcane, because that's the one material that I forgot to build this farm. And then I'm going to try to build a sugarcane farm from memory. So this is going to be a disaster. Hopefully it'll at least produce something, but I'm not going to go off of any type of tutorial. And hopefully I remember how this works. So let me go grab that sugarcane, and we'll get to it. Well, that was more stressful than it probably should have been. If you notice the flying sugarcane popping up behind my head, I got something working, but it's probably not the most efficient as it should be. I don't know why it took me as long as it did to do this. I feel like sugarcanes are probably some of the best or like simplest farms that you could build, but apparently my knowledge of redstone stops with how to pronounce redstone, and even that is questionable at best because that took me way too long to do. Like, so long. I don't even think it's worth me trying to edit through that footage of me flailing around trying to make this farm work, and it still doesn't really work 100% effectively. So I'm gonna have to go back and try again and probably do this a little bit better, but I think I might want to drain the ocean. So let me show you what I've done. Behind me here is technically the farm. If you saw the shooting sugarcane that pops out of there, it's because the farm is actually, there's one, look at it go, but the farm is actually underground, and it kind of goes through some water streams and then up this bubble vader, and it kind of shoots up right now. I just sort of built this because I wanted to collect it. It was just wasting away up here, so I'm like, at least I might as well collect what's popping up. So I just sort of set up this really makeshift like thing for the water stream to push them all the way up here, and then they kind of bounce in the air really high and then fall and eventually go down into this hopper for this chest to collect it. And this is temporary. Eventually I'm thinking I might have them shoot up a tube, and then the tube is like, you know, made out of glass, so you could see them come up and then you can watch them go, and I might make a storage room like over here, like to put them in silos, I guess, or I don't know. This whole part up here is not thought out just yet because I don't plan to get to it just yet. We'll get to that maybe next episode, maybe not. It depends on how I decide I want to build it or not. But down here is where the sugarcane farm is, and I think this is where I've sort of made some mistakes here. I was just trying to fix this again because I noticed sugarcane was getting stuck, and I still think it gets stuck. I still don't think this is going to be 100% like lossless in terms of the sugarcane pieces, but I tried to remember how to do this by memory because I think I had watched this tutorial a while back, and I think it was by Tangotique, and I just tried to remember it by heart, and it was not working. And then I believe he designed it more so to be stackable, and I sort of made it long, and then with this bubble vader. So I probably shouldn't have been that ambitious with something I didn't fully understand, but I did, and it sort of works. So I think that what I'm ultimately probably going to do, and it's getting dark, so I'm going to fall into the water apparently, but what I'm ultimately probably going to do is try to drain out that area and likely try to build more units and probably build them downwards and maybe try to perfect the whole like lengthwise farm thing so that I can have them a little bit longer and just produce even more sugarcane. Right now I sort of ran out of pistons and observers, which I think I have the materials to make more, but I don't really want to because this took me long enough to try to figure out on my own. And as of right now, I think I need to just drain parts of this so that I could efficiently fit these in here and probably stack them so that they can produce even more sugarcane. And I will likely do that. So I'm gonna see about maybe trying to get some stuff to drain this out and still do the same concept, likely still have the same bubble vader like going up, so we may be able to at least build, oh look, I just saw a piece, but we may be able to build like, you know, oh I saw the pressure plate click, did it get stuck? It didn't. So I mean, it's not terrible. I don't see pieces stuck all the time, but like see right there, like now there's one stuck there, so it's not 100% lossless. It obviously has some issues, but it does do well like that. I mean, it did a little bit of a volleyball thing there, but it made it into the water stream eventually. So it's got some issues, which I expected because I did it mostly off memory, and I kind of imagined that I was going to make some mistakes there, but it's fine. We can come back and mess with this again at a later point in time. We will have plenty of time to do that and make something way more efficient. This was just, you know, to get some passive sugarcane is good passive sugarcane, because right now, if I wasn't manually harvesting it, we weren't getting anything, and we've got more now than we have in the past. So progress. Any progress is some progress, right? And there's going to be some more stuff happening over here so that passive sugarcane can continue to build up as we go. So I'm going to look into, you know, maybe trying to get the build up here going, or I may try to tackle an ocean monument to get some sponges and drain a small section of this place out. I don't know yet. I'll have to figure that out. I will determine that though next episode. I think it's time to end this one. We've accomplished just about everything that was on our list, which, do I have the book on me? I don't have the book on me. I've put the book away. Hold on. Let's go get the book and not trap ourselves in between blocks. The book. We've accomplished Sugarcane Farm. It's poorly constructed, not very efficient, but we have one. I may look up some actual tutorials on how to do one, and you know, maybe we'll try to touch that one up again next episode and possibly build something on top of it. But for now, we've accomplished everything that we wanted to this episode, and I definitely think that it's time to end it. We've had this creature. Seriously, let me know what you guys think of this creature. Does it look weird to you? I mean, it's starting to look a little bit odd to me. I feel like that's with everything that I ever do creatively, though. Like, I might like it in the moment and then I start to despise it shortly after, but I don't know if it's just me or is there something off about it? Like, let me know. Seriously, I'm serious. I want to get better. So if you look at this and you're like, yeah, that's weird, you did something strange, let me know. Because it can only help me improve the next time I try to build something like this, because there will be a next time with something like this. So I'm gonna end it here, and thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, then please give it a like, or don't. That's up to you, but I do hope that you'll come back and join me for more Minecraft in the world of Hiram here on the channel. Thanks all. Bye bye.